Kia ora tātou. I'm Kevin Helas, the founder of the Wholefood Kitchen, and I wanted to speak about the act of cooking as a personal political act of protest. And there's a few areas that I want to explore around this theme. First and foremost, just want to make mention of some of the challenges that are faced in the world at the moment and the feelings that I personally have and that I understand collectively we do have. What's happening in the world, really? The various conflicts, the worst excesses and the worst capacities that we have as human beings playing out in the world in different areas. And the feeling that that creates, the feeling of deep, deep sadness and grief, despair, disillusionment, and also a sense of powerlessness at what's happening, and a feeling that it's very hard to know what to do. It's very hard to make a difference. There's something which has occurred to me around this, is that the pain that we feel in the face of these things, the pain that we experience when we witness the pain of others, through the injustices, the violence, the killing, the terrible things that are happening in the world, that actually illustrates the fact that we are all connected. It illustrates that when people suffer, we suffer too. And the question becomes of how we can make a difference at a personal level. How can we be a part of a change, or be part of a healing, be part of moving away from this behavior? For me, part of that answer is actually making a commitment to live in a different way, to live not as an expression of hate, but really live as an expression of love in the world. In the way that we show up each and every day, in the way that we look after ourselves, in the way that we then are able to look after others in our life, in the way that we can access the feeling of love, of compassion, of kindness, of the parts of being human that we know ourselves to be, and that we are invited to embody, to live in thoughtfulness, to live in gratitude. And now I come back to cooking as a direct act of protest and a way to actually access this. It's a very accessible way to access this. It's something we have access to each and every day, many times a day, in our relationship with food, in our generosity, in our commitment to ourselves, being kind to ourselves, and how that expands out into the world, how we look after other people. There's another way in which it's an act of protest, cooking. Part of the way the world is today is that we are bombarded with a virtual world, a world of technology, of the internet, of social media, where we are bombarded with disembodied communication and disembodiment. You know, we all contend with a constant form of distraction, constant form of agitation, and it's all occurring in a world adjacent to the real one, to the actual world, the physical world. We're all suffering from the phenomena of the infinite scroll, the infinite access to content, to interesting things, to distracting things. It's like a grand experiment in the nature of human being. We're being fed off and fed on by a constant barrage of input. The personal and political act comes from looking at ways that we can come back to a way of being which is much more nourishing, much more supportive, much more in tune with our potential as human beings. And cooking is a phenomenal way to do this, simply because it's something that brings us into the present moment. It brings us into our physical body. It brings us into connection with the physical world. I can certainly testify, but many others can. The feeling we get when we can engage with cooking, we spend time in the kitchen, we come back to the present moment, and we look at it as a practice that we can engage with every day, at any time, and we use it as a way to nourish ourselves and create a bridgehead against the waves that are assaulting us in the virtual world. It's an extremely important and powerful act to engage in. So something extraordinary happens when we engage with cooking in relation to our connection with time. I mentioned before, it brings us into connection with the present moment, but it also places us outside of time, because literally in the moment we're connecting with time beyond the present. We're connecting to the past. We're connecting with the food that we are presented with, which has been grown and harvested and prepared for us over a period of time. It's taken time to grow. It's taken time to nurture, to look after. It's taken time for farmers, growers, providers to produce, through various processes. So we really have a moment where we appreciate everything that has occurred before to bring us to that moment, and we are looking forward into the future. We're looking forward with gratitude for the vitality and the nourishment that food will provide us and our families. So in that single moment, we are literally almost standing outside of time. And of course, there's a time aspect in terms of the time of the year, the time of the season. We're actually connecting with a much bigger space. And when we reflect on that and we connect with that, there's an immense amount of appreciation that can come into the process of cooking, and a great deal of gratitude, and a great deal of connection to ourselves and to the connection to life. This is part of really realizing what it is to be human, and being part of connecting with our lineage of being human, which is engaging with the act of cooking consciously.